Alright, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and let's dive right into some juicy MLB drama that's got the baseball world buzzing. Today, we're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers, Max Muncy, and the swirling trade rumors involving St. Louis Cardinals superstar Nolan Arenado. Max Muncy finally broke his silence on those trade calls, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. This is gonna be a wild ride, so grab your snacks, settle in, and let's break it all down like the pros we are. First off, let's set the stage. The Dodgers are fresh off a World Series championship in 2024, and they're not just sitting back sipping champagne. Nah, they're already making moves to keep that dynasty rolling. But here's the thing, their third baseman, Max Muncy, has been at the center of some serious trade speculation. Why? Because the St. Louis Cardinals are reportedly shopping their all-star third baseman, Nolan Arenado, and the Dodgers have been linked as a potential landing spot. Now, this isn't just any random rumor. Arenado is a 10-time Gold Glove winner, an 8-time All-Star, and a guy who's been a cornerstone for the Cardinals. The idea of him joining the Dodgers? That's the kind of blockbuster move that gets fans hyped and analysts working overtime. So, what's the deal with Max Muncy? For those who don't know, Muncy's been a Dodger since 2018, and he's got 2 World Series rings to show for it. He's a fan favorite, a power hitter with a knack for getting on base, and a guy who's been through the highs and lows with this team. But 2025 hasn't been kind to him so far. He's slashing a rough .184, 314, .286 with 37 strikeouts in the early season, and let's just say the bat's been colder than a winter night in St. Louis. Fans are frustrated, and some are even calling for a change at third base. That's where Nolan Arenado comes in. The Cardinals are in rebuild mode, sitting at a 14-19 record, and they're looking to offload Arenado's $74 million contract to cut payroll. With Arenado openly saying he wants to play for a contender, and the Dodgers being his hometown team, the rumors started flying. Now, let's get to the main event, Max Muncy breaking his silence. In a recent appearance on the Foul Territory podcast, Muncy didn't dodge the topic like some players might. He faced it head-on, and his response was pure class. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he's cool with whatever the Dodgers want to do. If they bring in Nolan Arenado, he's not gonna throw a tantrum. He's ready to switch positions, play a role off the bench, or do whatever it takes to stay in Dodger blue and help the team win. He even gave props to Arenado, calling him arguably the best defensive third baseman ever. That's big. Imagine being in Muncy's shoes, your team's eyeing a guy who could take your spot, and instead of getting defensive, you're out here saying, hey, I get why they'd want him. Let's make it work. That's the kind of team-first mentality that wins championships. But let's not get it twisted. Muncy's not just rolling over. He's fighting to keep his spot. He's been trying everything to break out of his slump, even wearing glasses at the plate despite having perfect vision. Yeah, you heard that right. The man's out here experimenting like a mad scientist just to get his swing back. He told the Los Angeles Times, if there's anything that can help out a little bit, I'll try it. That's the grind of a veteran who knows the game's tough and isn't afraid to look a little goofy to turn things around. But with the trade deadline creeping closer and the Dodgers lineup stacked with stars like Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, the pressure's on. They can afford to wait a bit, but how long will they stick with Muncy if he can't find his groove? Now, let's talk Nolan Arenado for a sec. This dude's a legend. A .285 career hitter, 341 home runs, 10 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers. The resume speaks for itself. But he's not perfect. His power took a dip in 2024, with a career low, 394 slugging percentage, and at 33 years old, some folks are wondering if his best days are behind him. Still, he's a defensive wizard, and his .245, 336, 409 line this season shows he's still got plenty in the tank. Plus, the guy's motivated. He's got a no-trade clause, which means he gets to pick where he goes, and he's made it crystal clear he wants to play for a winner. He even posted on Instagram with Kendrick Lamar's Dodger blue playing in the background, dropping not-so-subtle hints about where he wants to end up. Southern California native, lifelong Dodgers fan, come on, this feels like destiny, right? But here's where it gets tricky. The Dodgers don't need Arenado. Muncy's been their guy, and despite his struggles, he's got a $10 million club option for 2026, which is way cheaper than Arenado's $74 million over 3 years. Plus, the Dodgers have other options. They could shuffle the infield, move Tommy Edman to third, or give Hye-Sung Kim a shot. General manager Brandon Gomes has already said he expects Muncy to be the opening day third baseman, and that's a big vote of confidence. But MLB insider Bob Nightingale isn't so sure. He says the Cardinals are dead set on moving Arenado, and if something happens to Muncy like an injury or a deeper slump, Arenado would do cartwheels to join the Dodgers. That's the kind of energy that makes you think this deal could still happen. So, what's the vibe in the Dodgers front office? They're playing it cool. Reports say they haven't shown much interest in Arenado, at least not yet. They're banking on Muncy figuring it out, and why not? When he's on, he's a beast. In the 2024 NLCS, he set a postseason record by reaching base in 12 straight plate appearances. That's the max Muncy the Dodgers need. But if he keeps struggling, the trade rumors are only gonna get louder. Some fans on Reddit are already dreaming up trade packages, tossing around names like Gavin Lux or even Muncy himself to make it work. Others are like, keep Muncy, he's our guy. It's a split camp, and social media's been wild with takes. Let's talk about the Cardinals side of things. They're in a tough spot. With a losing record and a rebuild in full swing, they don't see Arenado as part of their long-term plans. President of Baseball Operations John Mozeliak has been open about wanting to find a new home for him, saying it's in the best interest of both sides. But Arenado's no-trade clause is a hurdle. He's already vetoed deals to the Houston Astros and the Angels, and he's got a short list of teams he's willing to join: the Dodgers, Yankees, Padres, Red Sox, and Astros. The Dodgers are the dream, but the Yankees could use a third baseman, and the Red Sox were interested until they signed Alex Bregman. Point is, Arenado's holding all the cards, and he's not budging unless it's the right fit. Now, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. The Dodgers are in win-now mode. They've got a stacked roster, a fat wallet, and a fanbase that expects nothing less than another ring. Trading for Arenado would be a bold move, but it's not without risks. His contract's pricey, his power's down, and fitting him into the lineup could mean benching or trading Muncy, who's been a loyal Dodger through thick and thin. On the flip side, Muncy's slump is real, and if he can't turn it around, the Dodgers might have to make a tough call. It's a classic case of heart versus head: stick with the guy who's been with you forever, or go for the shiny new toy who could take you to the next level. What do I think? Man, it's tough. Muncy's got that underdog story I love. The Dodgers basically revived his career after the A's cut him, and he's repaid them with clutch moments and 2 rings. But Arenado's a game changer, especially on defense, and the idea of him pairing with Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman? That's a lineup that keeps pitchers up at night. If I'm the Dodgers, I give Muncy a little more time, but I'm keeping Arenado's number on speed dial. The trade deadline's still months away, and a lot can change. Maybe Muncy goes on a tear, or maybe Arenado's bat heats up and forces their hand. Either way, this story's far from over. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what this means for Dodgers fans. You guys are passionate, and I know you're feeling all the emotions right now. Some of you are ride or die for Muncy, shouting Max is our guy from the rooftops. Others are dreaming of Arenado in Dodger blue, turning double plays like it's an art form. No matter where you stand, one thing's clear: the Dodgers are in a great spot. They've got options, they've got talent, and they've got a front office that's not afraid to make big moves. So, whether it's Muncy grinding through the slump or Arenado coming home to LA, you're in for a show. Alright, fam, that's the scoop on Max Muncy breaking his silence on the Nolan Arenado trade calls. What do you think? Should the Dodgers stick with Muncy, go all in for Arenado, or maybe pull off some wild trade we haven't even thought of yet? Drop your takes in the comments below, and let's get this debate popping. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give it a thumbs up, share it with your crew, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're dropping MLB content like this all season long, so you don't want to miss it. Until next time, stay hyped, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.